Let's see here. We're gonna add some people. And we're gonna share this on Facebook. Yeah, let's see here. All right. So we shared it on Facebook. I'm gonna share it on. Oh my God, we got to share this. Hold on. I'm gonna do this, okay? Let me just share this. I'll get to this right now, but we got some stuff to discuss. I know I haven't done a live in a while. Hi, St. Martinez. I know I haven't done a live in a while, but there's a lot of things that I'd like to discuss. A lot of things I'd like to really discuss. So let me just share this on my personal Facebook. All right. Okay, so the biggest news to come out of this amazing district, right now it's not amazing, and I will say that. The biggest news to come out of our district happened on Tuesday. It happened on Tuesday, and it's very convenient. Let's see. We're going to go ahead and share screen. Mr. Jesus Chavez is gone. He's gone. He's retiring. Why is this such a news thing? And let's go ahead and see if we can watch this.
The Valley weather can be unpredictable, but your forecast doesn't have to be. The KRGV weather app is always up to date and ready to help you plan your day. With live radar and personalized videos from the largest team of meteorologists in the
Tim
Valley,
Smith,
you'll always know
the
what's
goat.
ahead. Our Weather to Go videos are customized for you. Download the KRGV weather app for free today. The KRGV weather app is sponsored by Davis Law Firm, McAllen International Airport, and Payne Auto Group.
Yeah.
Another big headline coming out of Brownsville this morning, the school district superintendent, Dr. Jesus Chavez, announcing his retirement. He made the announcement at the school board meeting earlier this week. Dr. Chavez has been the leader of Brownsville ISD for the past 2 years. He says he wants to focus more on his family after his long career in education.
So I'm very happy that I got the opportunity to be here and serve the community, serve the district. I think if you look at the things that we've been about, it's about improving the work we do with our students.
Dr. Chavez says he will work until the end of his contract in June. Right now, the school board is in charge of finding a replacement to lead the district once his contract ends.
That is a load of bullshit. That is a load of bullshit. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna discuss why. Let's see if I can bring up the agenda. We love when BISD feeds us bullshit. That's bullshit. It's not that family. I understand. Okay, fine, cool, yes. But that wasn't the main reason. Let's see. Let's scroll down here. Let's see. Present. Oh, right here. This is why. We're gonna try to zoom in. A ver, si puedo. Ay, no. Okay, there we go. Come on. Let's see. I had to put one to one monitor, then do this. Mucho cosas. The last thing on this past week's board agenda. Discussion, consideration, and possible action on superintendent's contract. Thank you, Minerva Peña, for bringing this up. Denise Garza, I'm very surprised that you second this because you're with the three amigas. But yeah, that is part of the reason why I think he retired. And how it happened, it didn't happen at the end of the meeting. No. At the beginning, they were doing like the acknowledgments of, which by the way, thank you, board, for acknowledging your all-staters. Thank you very, very much for once you actually did something right by fine arts. So this little gem right there, this right here, this was part of the reason why I think he retired. And how it happened was they were doing the acknowledgement of, they were about to start the acknowledgement of the Charlie Days poster. And before they started, he said, I want to make some opening comments. And he shocked everybody in the meeting. Because I don't even think Minerva Peña or Denise Garza knew what was happening. That he was going to announce his retirement. And he did say that it was because of family and this and that. And that was it. I was shocked because I was listening to it on my way home. The fact that he announced that while this was on the agenda is very, very telling. He knew what was going to happen. He knew that that he was going to get himself handed to him, because what the hell has this superintendent done? What has Mr. Chavez done for BISD? When he said, oh, like what we were able to do with the district and improving, you have not done chiatos to improve the district. Superintendent, you haven't done anything. What have you done? You have made it worse for people. You're still in a deficit that you couldn't get out of. Why? Because your little bailout loan did not happen. And then you gaslit the community because of that. And then you want to thank the community for allowing him to serve? Sir, the community has no say in who's a superintendent. It's the board. It's the board that has the responsibility, not the community. You have done nothing for this community. You have allowed for things to get worse. Yes, Rene left you a big, and I mean big mess. But you haven't done anything to make it better. Instead, it's gotten worse. You haven't done anything to protect your staff against retaliation, and you're not going to tell me that BISD is not known for retaliation. BISD is known for retaliation against staff members who speak out against other people to report them, which is why do you think no one files grievances anymore in BISD? Because they know that HR will not do a thing about that grievance. They will tell you, oh yes, we will investigate, we will do this, we will do that. Bullshit, they won't do anything. They don't. They let it sit on their desk and nothing happens. Then they quietly retaliate against you and push you out of the district. Why? Because you filed a complaint against their compadre or comadre. That you did nothing to stop that. You did nothing to stop the lie that you allowed to spread about the PAC, about it never happening and stuff like that. You allowed that to happen. Because I'm pretty sure anything that's posted on social media has to go through you. unless Bea actually is running the district like they say, you allowed that. You allowed the board members to call the community members idiots. How is that okay, Mr. Travis? Really, how is that okay? How is that contributing to the to the district? What the what did happen? What else happened while you're superintendent? Oh yeah, several campuses closed. And you said that, oh well, if that means saving money, then so be it. Okay, that displaces a lot of students in that does displace a lot of students that don't get bused, that don't get anything. So how is that helping the community? How is gaslighting the community and saying, well, if parents call to complain about their students having trash or the ceiling fall on them or anything like that, how is that okay to gaslight us? It's not okay. And the fact that you did that on news, on local TV, is ridiculous. Your contract should have ended the day of the election, in my opinion. But you're the Three Amigas puppet, so that isn't gonna change anything. So I'm glad that you're retiring because you have no place in being in BISD. You did nothing for BISD, in my opinion. You haven't done anything for BISD. Now the next superintendent is going to have to inherit the mess that you created. Now, which I hope that they, excuse me, I have a little bit of a sniffles. I hope that this board does a national search. And please, to not include the Three Amigas in this. Because what's going to happen is the Three Amigas, including especially Nepo Baby, they are going to want to bring in somebody like Jesus Chavez where they can tell them what to do and he's their puppet. That can't happen. We need somebody that is going to take the bull by its horns and clear this entire glass palace. Everybody, unfortunately, and this is, I know people that work in the glass palace that are good people, but unfortunately, everybody in that building needs to go. Everyone in that building needs to go. Because they are part of the problem. Oh, everybody. I don't give a damn if they've been there for years. And I'm sorry to the people that I do know that work there. But all of y'all got to go. From the head of HR to the CFO to the head of whatever other department there is. Y'all got to go. Because you guys are part of the problem. Then the other thing that came up in the board meeting, which I don't understand how the hell they allowed this to happen, is the fact they allowed FNS to make that costly mistake about the lifts. And and this makes me think, is this why the FNS director got suspended? Because either she was complicit in that she allowed this mistake to happen, or she reported the mistake and they put her on administrative leave. So now it's going to cost them to a bunch more just to get some down lifts when they couldn't fix that issue. So I hope they investigate it. I hope they investigate it. Now, this also runs, okay, Jesus is leaving. All right. Okay. Retirement family. Okay, fine. That's the BS cover. Okay. What is he? Why is he retiring if he is? Let's say if he didn't have the desire to retire, why are you leaving, sir? Is it because you're afraid that the forensic audit's gonna name you too? Because honestly, my theory is the forensic audit is going to name the three amigas, um, Sylvia Atkinson, some previous board members, some previous superintendents. I think are going to be named. And including this one, because he is complicit. He allowed this to happen, and he allowed for the district to hide PDFs. You allowed somebody in the district to move an employee who was proven to have relations with a student, a coach from Hannah. Where is he right now? Warehouse. He's still employed with the district. Nothing's been done to him, but there was overwhelming evidence to happen. You allowed a grading scandal to occur at Hannah. Why aren't those counselors fired? Oh, they're on administrative leave. No, if it was proven already, fire them. You need to fire them. You have allowed so much to happen in the past 2 years, and then you want to blame us? No, sir. This is on you at the end of the day. And there's a post that Miss Crandall, which, by the way, hi, Miss Crandall, love you. That she posted, she said, I received this and was asked to post. Well said. On Jesus Chavez's out of left field announcement, which it was during last board meeting. Wow, what a very, very expensive wham bam thank you, ma'am, at the expense of the city of Brownsville taxpayers, which is true. I hope the board members that were not ready to not renew his contract and had questions that he will never answer because he can't or won't, please make sure he gets not one more cent for him by the way of paying him the possible 30 leave days upon his very murky exit. Also, we all remember all the extended vacations he took while on the payroll. He should be out of days, which he's not. So, not one more trip, not one more conference, not one more tax dollar wasted on this man as he waits out the last months before his contract expires in June. He's taking the safe and backdoor way out. Other employees have not been given the opportunity to bow out gracefully. I feel he shouldn't either, but that's me. Another bad apple going away without accountability. Did he get a warning from an existing budget finance payroll in terms of info admin that if what's about to come out? Let's not forget an audit is in the works. He's out of nowhere. His out of nowhere departure is proof that the boat is definitely sinking, and ask yourself what jumps off right before. Ratas. No bond, no construction, no contracts, no royal treatment by vendors, expensive dinners, gifts, trips, or bribe monies. The allure is gone. Maybe he can go consult in McAllen with Rene. Who cares? And good riddance. Let's see what other ratas jump off. 2 down. How many more to come? I hear they're hiring nurses, admins, secretaries, and personal chauffeurs in McAllen too. Oh, and board members, don't be duped into signing non-disclosure agreements. He did that as he doubtfully exited his other shot at Super. Wow! Wow. 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 Here's another one. So, Jesucito Chavez has decided to resign. Kudos to him for reading the room and realizing he was on his way out. I guess he wanted to save face and let him out before the door got slammed in his face. Wait, well, here we go. Based on what I've watched from the past 5 years, based on information I'm getting sent, based on information that is being confirmed repeatedly, independently through various channels, here's what I think people are planning behind closed doors. Remember, this is my opinion based on multiple sources, multiple confirmations, and historically what these people have been seen to do via school board meetings and decisions. This is again by Miss Crandall. So the information I'm being sent was that Denise Garza was in support of Chavez being evaluated for the possibility of being let go because one of the area administrators was complaining that the school board members were getting too involved with district decisions. Remember, the school board members' official job is to keep an eye on what the superintendent is doing with the district. The news was that Denise wanted Chavez to reprimand Rose Longoria, and Jesucito did not do so in the traditional manner of BISD retaliation. Denise supported Minerva in the school board meeting agenda item to look at Dr. Chavez's contract. We were all wondering why Denise suddenly was siding with a non-minority member, and I think we now know. What the heck, man? Wow. Really, Rose Longoria? You got preferential treatment? What the hell have you done? No offense. So now who will be the interim, or maybe not even interim, but straight BISD superintendent? Here's the information I'm getting from all sorts of sources. And these are vetted sources for her. Bea Hernandez is all for having someone she can manipulate just the way she was manipulating Jesus. But Bea does not want to be the superintendent because then she would be the one ultimately responsible for all decisions and effects from decisions made. And well, she just doesn't want the buck to stop with her, which I see. There is a push to bring back Dr. Anisa Trevino, one of Rene's original henchmen that he brought with him. She is currently the superintendent at Alice ISD, and there is interest in her coming back. She is not someone what is popular in having a comeback due to her lack of professional skills. She is the Alice ISD superintendent. I have been told that she has done a great job improving the school district as a whole, and though the district is still not an A district, is working towards improvement, and there is data that shows that. So I suggest she stays where she's at. There's a push to bring back Dr. Zendejas. Apparently, the previous personal driver for Rene is really pushing for Zendejas' comeback, because then Rene's personal driver would be assistant to Zendejas, and they would be in charge of delivering pizzas to family members, driving Zendejas around, and generally doing anything that has nothing to do with the secretarial job. The other push is to have someone malleable that Renecito can continue to pull the puppet marionette strings from McKellen. Why would Rene want to have anything to do with BISD, you ask? Let me explain to you. Whatever I've learned from watching BISD, City of Brownsville, Cameron County practice, and the past 6 years, it is all about money. Most favored vendor would provide a kickback. The most favored vendor would get inside information. When the most favored vendor gets hired to get money, now hear me out. when Rene came to BISD, part of his negotiation was that he could bring 2 assistants. One was Anissa Trevino and one was Dr. Nelly Cantu. Folks, believe me when I tell you that it was obvious that Rene had one favorite assistant. In the end, I could tell while watching school board meetings. And remember, this is when we watched the same meeting that Anissa was in and Dr. Nelly Cantu was out. Rene is nothing if he is not a bit obvious in showing who his current female. Oh my god. So, I mean, I hope they pick somebody that's doing well, that does well and means well. Because this BS of having somebody that they can manipulate, no mas no. Now, let us turn to really BISD. You're going to allow a principal to do this? Now, a lot of us in town know who Tito Pulgasaga is. He is very much a community member. He does a lot for the community, for the city of Brownsville, and people also send him stuff. Now, he got some information that the principal, I'm going to straight up say his name, Obed Leal, told the kids, I'm going to read the post, and a lot of the stuff he's posted has been factually correct. So I am going to find it right now. I know it's not that far down. Let's see. The principal of Rivera High School. Obed Leal, why doesn't this surprise me that you've done this? Because it really doesn't surprise me that you're doing this. Because let's face it, you are probably the worst principal in BISD. You should have been fired. I don't know who you're friends with. I don't know who your compadres with. But you should have been fired a long time ago. And I can speak on this because I have my child went to Stell while you were there. And you ran this place, you ran that school like a joke. You were the worst principal that they've had. I mean, when you call the cagapalos into your office to when you call a student into your office for misbehaving, and then you're like, "Ay, mijito, don't worry about it. It's okay. Just behave next time," and you feed them and send them back to class. What the hell is that supposed to tell the kid? Oh, we're gonna be what? Como se dice? We can do whatever we want. Now, sir, here is what was posted to Tito's Facebook. Tito posted it on his Facebook. Oh, I just lost it. Okay. Please post anonymous. My stepson is at Rivera High School. He texted me right now that next Tuesday the school's gonna invite an ICE director to be a principal for a day. What the hell are they trying to do? I'm pretty sure it's because of the protests that are going on. Really, Oben? Really? If this is true, have you lost brain cells, sir? Have you lost brain cells, Oben? Why on God's green earth would you invite an ICE director to be principal for a day? I hope that BISD shoots this down. But sir, read the fucking room. Have you not seen what is happening throughout the country? It's not happening yet in Brazil, but it's going to. You're really going to put the safety of kids at risk just to have an ICE agent for principal for a day? I don't give a damn if the ICE agent's from Brownsville. But are you that stupid? Again, look at the community you serve. If kids in BISD are already scared to come to school because of the ICE raids that are happening, what the fuck is wrong with you for bringing a damn ICE agent? Whether we like to think of it or not, a lot of these kids, their parents are not legal. It is not the kids' fault of that. Their parents brought them here for a better education than the Mexican education system or from whatever country. And you're bringing ICE on campus. You are inviting ICE to come and circle the campus like they do in other states. And then what? You're going to have ICE agents you're going to allow ICE agents to detain kids and parents on campus? Because that's what's been happening. Obed, I seriously hope that this is a rumor. But if it's not, you should be ashamed of yourself, sir. And if it's true, are you an ICE supporter? Are you a Trump supporter? No, I get. Everybody has their own political beliefs. I get it. But think of the damn kids, man. Think of their parents. What's gonna happen if this were to happen and they start deporting kids with their parents? You're gonna lose enrollment. And there goes money for BISD. And I think that letter that BISD sent out was at the behest of TEA. Because they're all about funding, and they don't want to lose money because kids want to voice their First Amendment rights. Because that's what it is. The kids want to voice their First Amendment rights. Now, yes, they can't encourage it, but they can't say, "Oh, don't do it." But they can warn them of the consequences. Like, come on. You work in a city, Obed, where probably 99.9999999% of the population is Mexican. And you're in support of having an ICE agent as a principal for a day? Shame on you. I hope someone in the Glass Palace, I mean, I have like low hopes, but I hope that someone in the Glass Palace shuts this down. Because you're putting kids at risk. You're putting parents at risk because, oh, there's an ICE agent on campus. Okay, we need to have ICE agents surrounded the school and this and that. You're not going to tell me they're not going to go after kids? Oh, and Hot Wheels. You're not Hot Wheels and BISD because of this letter. Glass Palace mainly. You're now worried about grades? Where the hell was this years ago? You're now worried about the students have one job and that's to go to school. Hot Wheels, you have no room to speak. I would think you would have a little bit compassion because your wife is an educator, but wait a minute, you're Governor Hot Wheels. You don't care about the valley. You don't. It's just very like, and then I think why the district's doing this too is because Greg Abbott did say if they walk out, the school's going to be sanctioned, the district's going to be sanctioned. Anyone that helped facilitate this is going to be sanctioned. They might lose their teaching license. And then they talked about funding. Sir, you don't even fund public schools adequately. And yet you want to threaten kids, and then you say that you want the kids to be arrested. Okay, we know BISD don't do their job because they're lazy. So you're gonna have all of BISD, all of Cameron County Sheriffs, all of DPS here in Brownsville arrest all these kids? You shitting me? Hot Wheels, you need to shut your mouth. Is what needs to happen. But what I also want to know is what is BISD gonna do about protecting kids against ICE? About protecting the students and the teachers and staff members from ICE walking into campuses. What the hell are they going to do? You haven't said anything, Jesus? Or are you going to allow it to happen because, oh, they're government agents? They're freaking cowards and dressed as ICE agents. Ridiculous. But yeah, that's basically all I want to say. Thank God Jesus is gone. Obed, you need to start reading you need to rethink about who your principal for a day is. Pick someone new because I guarantee you, if you like you did last time where you mentioned about immigrants and stuff, and the entire school went in on you. If you allow this ICE agent to be, I'm not even gonna call him. I don't care if he's a director, but an ICE agent to be a principal for a day, you sir should be ashamed and you should be fired. Not just because of this, because of all the other stuff you've done. But wait a minute, your comadres with probably somebody on the board, so it's okay. But yeah, so Jesus, good riddance. You didn't do anything for this community. Obed, you need to get fired. And that's it. And if the kids protest, guy, am I for the protest? Yes and no. Yes, because allow the kids to voice their First Amendment. They're young, they don't know, they're stupid. Doesn't matter. Allow the kids to voice their First Amendment right. Allow it. But also be safe about it. That's the no part because it's like a lot of these schools are in the. I mean, but even that area, people fly through there. Is BISD gonna provide police and all that? Is Browns PD gonna help with protection? Like that's the things I worry about. So it's like no, because of is BISD gonna provide protection? And yes, let the kids voice their opinion. They're seeing it on social media where they're dragging U.S. citizens out of their vehicles because they're giving conflicting orders. Like, come on. But yeah. So, to the kids that are, if you're protesting, please be safe. Understand. I mean, there is going to be consequences. But I hope you understand. But please be safe. And your voice does matter. It does. I wish you guys would have done this on a weekend or something that doesn't affect your schooling. But I mean, you all planned it. You all planned it. I hope no one gets hurt. And I hope BASD listens to these students. Because at the end of the day, like they say, like you say, they're your future. Yeah, I'm going to get going. I'm starting to feel a little sick. I'm going to lay down a little bit. And I will catch you guys later. Bye.